Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. So pretty quiet day today, as to be expected. We've got tomorrow morning at 7:30 Central. It's the ECB kind of announcement, kind of the equivalent of our Fed FOMC meeting. The S&P chart is bullish on a 195-minute chart, and if there wasn't an ECB announcement at 7:30, I would be wanting to have exposure to this. But really, the squeeze could go either way. So my goal is to kind of play it light going into the announcement. So this is how my portfolio is structured going into tomorrow. We did pick up some more Tesla today. I texted that out. Let me get that there. So and I'll show you the chart on that one. I do just like the kind of the momentum setup behind it. I got a small put position in the spiders as a hedge because most of my positions are either betting sideways to long. So at least that way, I got something there. Priceline, that's more of an iron condor. We'll talk about that. Netflix, iron condor. I'm going to talk about that. And what's the other interesting one? Google, Biogen. So that's just kind of what I have, and a decent little portfolio, or decent little pop today. So now the question is, what are some of these positions and what are we hoping to do with it? Well, with Biogen, that's just a bet that the stocks are going to continue going lower. You can see that it's moving lower, it's grinding lower, so I want to have exposure to that, so we set that up. And then for Netflix and Google and Priceline, it's really a different kind of bet. I'm not really betting that it's going to go much higher or much lower. I'm making a bet on this stock that we're just going to kind of stay in a nice contained range. So I sold options outside of that range, and if we kind of just keep trading small like this, then we'll make money on the trade. Okay, so I did the same thing with Google. Google here just kind of trading sideways, and then did the same thing with Priceline. Okay, same thing, it's just trading sideways. Now, on the other hand, with Tesla, this was a little different. We've got some momentum going here, and what I like here, of course, is the high short interest. But you can see on a 39-minute chart, we actually did set up a squeeze into the close. That does bode well for a potential gap up. And if we can gap up, I'd expect a fairly quick move to the snow line. So what we're doing is we're placing orders to sell our options if we get a gap up into that level. Because remember, if we get a gap up, the premium will also expand, so you can get a pretty good price on a gap up like that, and that's the plan there. If it does gap down, I actually think it's a viable pullback, but obviously the easiest trade at this point would be to flip those out at the open. All right, so that's kind of the handful of things that we got going on. And then again, the ECB announcement will be at 7:30 in the morning, and by the time the cash session opens at 8:30 Central in the morning, we'll have a better idea of what's in stake for the overall market. It won't be a dull day. All right, just a reminder, I do have a class coming up this Saturday. It is going to be a fun one. You can go to simpleroptions.com/bonus. You can see there's a countdown clock here for the bonus stuff. Let's dive in and take a look at it. Now, the first thing is I did mention that tomorrow is an ECB announcement before the opening bell, and that does require kind of a special kind of trading technique. So we did on purpose schedule the live trading portion of this class during the FOMC announcement, so you can see how to trade those reports live. So just real quick here, all the strategies and things like that I'm going to be talking about, on Saturday. For example, the Tesla trade. Why did I pick that trade? How did I find it? How am I managing it? And why would I do it again? I don't trade Tesla all the time, but when specific things happen, I do. Okay. The week before that, I had a big trade in Netflix. Why did I choose Netflix? What was I looking for? What had to come together specifically for me to do that? And why did I buy the options that I did? Those are the things that I'm going to be going over. So it's going to be a combination of those kind of base hits as well as those home runs, but then also kind of updating my own trading plan and trade checklist for this market environment. The market environment has changed. These classes are an opportunity to get essentially up to speed with all the changes and all the tools and all the updates, at least that I've done to my trading, so you can either do it on your own or at least understand what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And then the most popular is this 3-day version. Now, by the way, if you're in the bonus period, with a bonus, you get actually a free day of live trading with the Saturday class. That's highly recommended simply because you'll be able to see in practice in a live environment with real money how this stuff works, why I'll be making the decisions that I make. Okay, and we're also on that Saturday class going to be talking about specifically about mobile trading and how that works. What I found is at least the most popular option here is that you do this one, and it's a slightly larger investment, but I would say the return on investment is 10 times. So you're still doing the strategy class, but you get 3 days of live trading. Okay, we're going to do a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 15th, 16th, 17th, which includes FOMC. Plus, part of the bonus is there's actually a 4th day about 10 days later where you can ask follow-up questions, follow up on trades, and make sure that you're completely up to speed. Okay, and that'll be during the market hours. So this is $9.97 and includes this. And then last but not least, and this is, I mean, the live trading, even if you work full time, the feedback that I get on the live trading is it's just when it comes home, it's like wow, all that stuff you talked about, now I can see in real time how that's working, when you're getting out of positions soon because they're not working, like what criteria do you use. All that stuff makes a lot more sense real time than it does in looking at a PowerPoint. Okay. So that'll be fun. And then, of course, I am live trading. You can mimic my trades during the class. My goal is that if you're trading a one lot, you're actually able to pay for the class. All right, so that's kind of obviously nice. And then finally, if you like a live event, we're going to do a live mentoring environment here in Austin at the end of June. It's a small group, limited to a little over 50 people. Right now, with the bonus, you get $1,000 off. Okay, and that also includes this and this. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and you guys are going to be excited about the stuff I'm going to be showing you on Saturday, and we'll see you then.